What has not been, I think, a struggle in the sense of how tough it is to break into film industries across the world, but certainly in India as well. India has a much bigger population. Is how you landed your first film. They called you to Bigg Boss. Firstly, did they pay you more than the winner's fee? Because that's what is said in that series, that they paid you to be a participant, whereas more than what the winner would make for Bigg Boss.
I don't know what the Bigg Boss winner makes.
Right.
What did they make that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, there's a line in that series. That's how I remember.
Yeah, no, I did get paid.
You did get paid a lot, right?
Yeah, it was, for me in my head, that it was a moment where I said, I first did not want to go for many different reasons. One main one was safety and, worrying about how people would react when I would get there. So in my head, I was like, okay, well, this is a down payment on a house. So if I go in...
And your house there,
yeah,
obviously,
there.
right.
Yeah, because I didn't see a future here. I just thought of it as, okay, they want me to come on this show, and great, I'm so happy about it. And really scared too at the same time. And then after I come home in a week or two, I can put a down payment on a house, and I just got married, so we were so, looking forward to this idea of, okay, this is the start of our life, great, we're gonna be able to buy a house, or put a down payment on a house. So then that was it, it was that simple.
And then there is a director who comes into the Bigg Boss house and offers you a film.
Yeah, I didn't think that was real. I mean, at that moment, I didn't think it was real. Because
Okay.
I didn't even know who he was.
Right. Seriously.
No.
And I guess you don't have cell phones there. You can't even Google. Or do you?
You can Google.
Yeah.
They just said this is so and so from the film industry, and everybody else was going bananas in the house, going oh my gosh, this person's coming in the house. This whole buzz was happening. I'm like, okay, fine, great. I don't know who he is, so he's probably amazing, but it was amazing. I mean, afterwards, once I finally realized.
And then you got onto a film, like straight from Bigg Boss into what became GC2.
And
right?
how crazy. I was just on set with Pooja, sitting next to me right before she was going into the Bigg Boss house.
Oh,
The
like
OTT,
now.
Yeah, the OTT platform.
Right, the new Bigg Boss, and she's entered the Bigg Boss house.
Isn't that
Pooja
so
Bhatia,
crazy?
Bhatia your first
Life
director.
just is
You're sitting
full
next to her.
circle.
What did you tell her? Did you tell her anything?
I mean, we were working. I had no idea that she was actually going in the house. It hinted at it, and I was trying to guess, but when she actually got up and then was going in, I was like, wow, this is so amazing that everything just comes full circle of, people you meet and how you do business and, where people go and how, where they land up. It's amazing.
What was that experience like for you to be first time in a Bollywood film? I mean, I had vague memories of the movie. I do remember that it has an amazing soundtrack, and that way, Sunny, you've been very, very lucky with some amazing songs, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the Dunya Peetal is also like one of the biggest chart busters we've had. The entire soundtrack here was excellent. What was that like? Like, were you feeling like a freaking fish
Out of the water?
pond?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, they were really nice, and we did some workshops and acting workshops and the dialogue and all this. So in that way, they spent a good amount of time with me, working with me on that, which was great. But definitely a lot of things I'd never been on a movie set like this before. And the film sets and TV sets that I was on in the US, it's like another level of organizing and structure and, everything's where it needs to be, even everything from costuming. You go from A to B to C, check your, it's not like what happens here at all. It's very, very structured. And so for me, it was watching all this happen, trying to understand it, it was overwhelming. But it was great.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.